Hey there, it's Kimmy Some Sense coming to you with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about some items that I have been purchasing over the past few months, probably since March, that have kind of been accumulating again in the room where I work, where I record, and I'm ready to put them away. But I was like, I didn't want to put them away until I did kind of just pretty much a haul to show what I've been stocking up on. And taking advantage of different sales. We have for my job, our annual bonus that we would get, tax season, and just a chance to kind of replenish some things, try some new things while still going through and using up what I have in my collection. Because as you know, or if you've seen it in my previous videos, I am on a mission to go through a lot of empties, create a lot of empties this year, just to make sure I'm using items I have, I'm making good use of them, I'm not letting them go bad or go to waste, or at least if I buy them, try them, didn't like them, I'm just taking the lesson learned and I'm moving on with it. So all that to say, I've got items from Ulta. I think I've got things from Marshall's. Let's see here. Bath and Body Works, TJ Maxx, Walgreens, an illicit Target trip because they had some mini items that I wanted that I couldn't find elsewhere. That I was like, I went to go pick up a prescription. I was like, well, I'm in here. Let me see what they have and then just be done with it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So for the first item I'll go ahead and show is the, I think I was watching at The View on in the background one day. I think it was like back in March, and it was like the View Your Daily Deal or something like that. And they had Brown Girl Jane 50% off. And so this is the one I ended up getting. I'd always had an interest in trying out a Brown Girl Jane fragrance. And honestly, the price that they had this at was it was a better deal than just me going and ordering the 10 mil online. This one is I think the 1.5 ounce, so the 50 mil of Chalet. And this one has notes of white chocolate truffle, Chalet plum, champagne accord, dark cacao, winter white jasmine, snowflower, cashmere vanilla, santal woods, and crystallized patchouli. Now, I have not worn this yet because, again, I was waiting to do this haul video. But when I smelled it last, I did like the scent. I liked the price. And it kind of gives me some commodity milk vibes to it. So I think this will be a good, again, fall winter scent. And so I'm just going to put away for later this year to wear, and then probably try and see kind of again what I have in my body care collection that will go with it. So that was a Brown Girl Jane Chalet. All right, next up I've got some items from the I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was a semi-annual sale that Bath and Body Works had, but I usually like to stay stocked up on the hand soaps there, because otherwise it's not a love-hate relationship with Bath and Body Works, but it's like off and on. Like I feel like there's like a pattern of every other year I will go back and buy from them consistently, and then some years will go past and I will not buy anything from them, with exception to the hand soaps. But for the body care and things like that, it kind of waxes and wanes. And right now for the body care that I have for Bath and Body Works, I did get, I think, 2 of like the marshmallow, like the Peeps marshmallows that I had, like, I think ordered online, buy online, pick up in store. And some of their other scents, I'm still on the fence about getting. I may go and smell them one day, but I want to use up what I currently have. I have a good amount of Bath and Body Works stuff that's still in my collection, in my back stock. So trying to focus on putting a big dent in those before I buy anything else. But I did get, as part of this particular haul that I had just ordered online and had shipped to me, it was the Water Ultra Hydration Hyaluronic Acid body butter. This just had a fresh, clean scent that I love it. And I think it's going to go great with a lot of it's got like a cucumber type scent when it says water. So like a fresh, cucumbery, cool scent that I think will go great with a lot of the clean scents that I'll wear this summer. Right now, spring is truly springing where I live. And so we had hotter temperatures in March than we have had in May so far. And so I'm hoping that, based upon how June and July progress, I'll be able to put a dent in this as well, but enjoy that nice, cool, fresh scent with a lot of my other fresh fragrances. And then I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, yes, 7 hand soaps. A lot of these again are kind of like some spring ones, year-round scents. I also do still have some winter and fall scents for the hand soaps, but you know, I keep them at all the different sinks around the house. So the kitchen sink, we have our powder room sink. My husband has his bathroom. I have my bathroom. And so I like to keep stock on these. And I love these soaps. They're just, I think they're like, I like the foaming hand soaps. And I feel like they go a long way. They have a great lasting scent. And this is one of those things where if you are the type of person where, you know, you may watch these videos, these types of videos, other videos, and, you know, you might feel there's certain things that aren't necessarily worth a splurge on. I think that if I did not have just like a, you know, the love of the bath, like the body care items and the fragrances, that this would still be, I would consider this to be like a treat that I would enjoy. So for the first one I got was the Cozy Vanilla Almond. So this has the notes of vanilla orchid, sugared almond, and sweet musk. This one kind of gives me, I don't know, I don't think it's got like the Kale vibes to it, but ooh, uh-oh, got a little bit on me. It's almost like a cookie scent, which is not bad, but it's a nice sweet scent. So that'll probably go in my bathroom maybe at some point. I've got the Turquoise Waters. This one has the notes of bergamot, daylily, and sea spray. Again, great summer scent. Crisp morning air. I currently have a bottle of this in the powder room downstairs, but this one has notes of fresh pine, juniper, and juicy pear. We've got sweet apple. This one has notes of farm fresh apple, crisp pear, and orchard skies. We've got morning rainstorm, dewy raindrops, softly fall, as citrus rays of sunshine peek through fluffy clouds. So I guess I get a whole sentence, a whole little mini story there instead of just a notes description. Let me open that up real quick. And these were, oh, okay, that's not bad. These are all essentially blind buys. I didn't smell these in store. I just went off the descriptions online and just bought them from there. Because there are some, like Beautiful Day is one that I actually have the body care in this. And so I have that familiarity of what it smells like. But this one has notes of wild daisies, pink peonies, and sun-kissed apples. And then we've got the Fiji White Sands. This one's got fresh cuts, sugarcane, white nectarine, and sandalwood. So got those there. I'm going to go ahead and put those away. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I need to take like an inventory of what I have in terms of like a lot of the body care stuff, hand soaps and things like that. Just so that way, if I ever get tempted and see another sale come up, I can just go back and see what I already have. So I know whether like, is it something I should take advantage of and, you know, get a few other things to have on hand, because the prices of everything, they just keep going up. They're not going to go down anytime soon, but I'd rather get them at as low of a price as possible, like now, than have to wait further down the road and pay more. So I say all that just to say that I want to be able to, if I end up getting any more in the future, I want to make sure the stock I have on hand is enough to get me through, or if it is, or if it isn't, and then I'll think about whether I'll buy more. So that was it for Bath and Body Works. And then next up, had a couple of, I think, Sephora items. I think that was it. Yeah. So I did a couple of purchases from Sephora. One was, I think, for around my birthday. I got the birthday, I think was it the coupon or whatever, the points through the app. And then they also had their annual sale. And so I think right now, I think I'm just like an insider status. I used to be VIB, and at one point I was Rouge, but I have not purchased a lot from Sephora in the past year or so. So I lost that status, but honestly, that's fine. I have been, I'm an Ulta girly anyway, but I did take advantage of some of the latest sales. So when I did that, I ended up getting, let's see here. I feel like, is there something? I had them out here, so don't mind me as I look here. Okay, there we are. So I got the Fleur Dragon Fruit. This was the hair and body fragrance mist. So it has the fruity floral, and it's got like notes of pineapple, dragon fruit, watermelon, plum blossom, lotus flower, peony, sugared amber, vanilla bean, and sandalwood. This is going to be such a nice, again, summer scent. I've said in previous videos, I am not as big of a fan of the hair body mists, fragrance mists that not that I used to be, but I want products that kind of give me more for my money. And sometimes I'm always on the fence about the fragrance mist. So if I do get interested in buying one, I just buy the smallest size possible, because there is one more fragrance mist in here as part of this haul that I did also get because I like the smell of it. And so, so this one is just a Fleur Dragon Fruit. I also did get the Fleur Mood Ring. I think I talked about this in a previous video as well. I have the travel size of this that I purchased, and then I purchased like the body oil and also the inspired by version from Dawkins of Rome Company. I can't remember the name of it right now, but this one is just kind of like a grown-up gummy worm scent. So it's got notes of pitaya pulp, orange fruit gummies, orange flower, jasmine sambac, marigold bloom, with a base of patchouli, glazed musks, and amber. I loved this one. And so I think what prompted me to get this one was, it was actually 50% off. So when I saw it was 50% off, I'm like, again, because I think this one, so it's probably like, it was like $50 is what I ended up paying for it. And so I was on the fence about getting it before, and then when they had the 50% off, I'm like, nah, I'm getting it. I'm not going to let that offer pass. So sometimes, you know, again, I like the travel sizes to use those up and get a good test run out of them, but I'm a sucker for half off. So I couldn't avoid that. And then I did get my birthday gift of the Dr. Dennis Gross. It's got the Daily Peel, the Fill and Repair Serum, and then the Blur and Repair Cream. So we'll try it out, see how it works. I have used the Daily Peel before, as again, I think in a previous birthday kit, and I liked it. I was always on the fence about whether to get more or not. So we'll try it again this time around, see how my skin likes it, reacts to it, and, you know, if not, a free gift is a free gift. And so I'll just go with that. And then for this other part of the haul that I have, this is a separate trip where I went in, and I think, I don't know if it was 10% off for that sale, for the Beauty Insider versus VIB, the percentage off, but I ended up getting another perfume mist, and this is a Sol de Janeiro Sundays in Rio. This had the notes of warm vanilla, pink pepper, and amber musk. And I am not the biggest fan of pink pepper if I can smell it immediately in a top note. If it's blended to where it just kind of adds to the allure and the overall scent of the fragrance, but it doesn't take center stage or hog the attention, or it's not what hits my nose first, then I actually don't mind the pink pepper note. But this one I liked. I think this would be a great nighttime scent, and it reminded me of another amber type scent that is from like the Good scent that I have in my collection. That's kind of one of like the cheapy fragrances that Marshalls and TJ Maxx sells, and on its own it doesn't last the longest time, but I feel like overspraying with that scent, pairing it with this, I may get some more mileage from it. And so I got that one. And then I've tried two new travel sprays that I got from the Seven Virtues. This is my first time trying them out, getting a feel for them. And so when I was in the store, I don't know what mood came over me, but I tried Strawberry Jam and Buttercream Haze, and I liked them both upon first spray, first impression. And so I did end up getting, again, the Strawberry Jam. This one is probably not, it's a little sweeter. It's not the exact same as, say, like Strawberry Letter by Fleur, but this one, I thought they had the notes. So this one has sustainably sourced Madagascan vanilla and notes of upcycled jasmine. What else? I guess just, yeah. And I guess with the additional note of strawberry jam. So, this one I look forward to wearing. I've got some like strawberry, I think, pound cake from Bath and Body Works. I might see if this pairs with in terms of the body cream I need to use up. So got this one. I think this will be a fun scent. And then the other one I purchased was Buttercream Haze. And I've actually worn this one already. This one gave, well, this one just says sustainably sourced bergamot from Italy and upcycled sandalwood. This one gave a very light, let's see here. There's actually a bit more on the, don't mind me trying to see if they has it on the notes on the bottle, but this one's very, it gives buttercream, but it gives like a caramel buttercream. And not so much with that annoying like popcorn note that some caramel fragrances can get. Cause I think I've got like caramel cascade. I've done a previous review video on that as well. And I have not really been enjoying that fragrance since I bought it, I think last summer. This one I like, and I felt like I got a little bit of a decent wear out of it. It wasn't the longest, but every so often throughout the day when I was wearing it, I would get whiffs of it. So when you buy the 10 mils, I like it for the reason of just being able to try it out and, you know, kind of take my observations, think about if I'd buy it again, add it to my will buy again list or won't buy it again. But just to enjoy it and not feel, you know, mad that if I didn't enjoy it, then it's like, at least I only have the 10 mil to go through, and not like, you know, a 50 mil or 100 mil. And I can then decide, yeah, if it's worth getting a bigger bottle of. So I've got that one. And then I think the last item that came with a purchase, or that I purchased, was the Eden Sweet Peach by KLE. Again, I purchased just the 10 mil for this one. And because what I ended up getting first was the, I think, Juicy Pear. Because peach scents for me, sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of peach scents, or something that can be a little screechy, patchy. I don't always enjoy them. And so I ended up getting the pear one first because I love pear scents. But funny enough, I got the pear scent. It's a height. I will wear it. I'll kind of figure out kind of what other scent combos I want to do with it. But when I smelled this one in the store, because the pear scent, that was also a blind buy. I just ordered it. I didn't go to the store to try it. I figured, again, small bottle, I'm fine with that. I would not have done a big bottle of it. I'm not doing blind buys on full size bottles. Well, except for the brown girl Jane. I made an exception for her. But for this one, I could see, at least from my first impression at the store, this was sparkly. This gave that juicy peach candy. And I've got some other items, body care items in my scent care collection that I want to go ahead and pair this with. So I'm looking forward to wearing this one once the weather gets warmer and, you know, we kind of get these less fall-like temperatures and more true summer temperatures. And then as part of the gift with purchase, which I'm not always big on gift with purchases because I end up getting more stuff than I don't have a use for, but it was like this little Sephora makeup bag. So I don't know, it might get donated. I have so many of those things that you get with a gift with purchase that I just end up, they end up piling up. So, all right, I'm going to adjust my legs here. Okay, so that was it for Sephora. And then let's see, next up, we've got Walgreens. So I had to go inside to get a prescription from the pharmacy for my husband. And so the drive-through was the drive-through was closed because they were short staffed. So I had to go inside, and I always like going to the drive-through at Walgreens only because I go inside, I'm going to look around and I'm going to find something that I don't even need. But I went in anyway and got some items I had not seen before, and also other ones that, you know, were more so, I was like, well, I hadn't seen before. I'm like, oh, I want to try these, and just also needing some of the staples. So some of the, you know, unscented body lotions, the, you know, the hand creams, the foot creams, the things that, you know, the smell good stuff is great, but sometimes you need the things that, the items that perform. So what I hadn't seen before was this Lume Smooth Solid Vanilla Bliss. Lume is probably the one aluminum-free deodorant that does not betray me. I think you saw my previous video. If you've watched my previous video, I did one on some items that I got rid of, and a lot of those items were the native deodorants because they do nothing for me. So I picked this one up. I'm going to try this one. I haven't opened it up to smell it yet, so hopefully I took a chance on it, but it's not bad. It's pretty neutral. It's not anything that's overly overwhelming in terms of being a Vanilla Bliss, but something different than just the unscented. So I got that. Of course, I got my Vaseline Cocoa Butter Healing Jelly. This will always be a staple for me. So I think I have one jar already. So this is a backup that, again, for things for like body care, that any of the scented body care stuff, I haven't been buying as much of that because it's just been taking me so long to use up, and I want to use that stuff up before it goes bad. And so anything I've been getting anymore that's just like, you know, applying it, it's just been more so of yeah, just stuff for the benefit of my skin. So this other one I picked up was Amlactin. This is an intensive healing with 15% AHA cream for very dry, flaky skin. So I wanted to try this one out just to have, because I think urea might be in here as one of the ingredients, but this is one where, especially during the summer, and then not during the summer, but during the dry winters, and just as I'm getting older, I'm noticing like my skin is getting, it's dry. And if I also need to make sure I stay hydrated enough, by drinking enough water, but I picked this one up to try this, so that way I can see if I like it. And, you know, it just makes a difference in terms of like how my skin feels. And then just for probably putting it even under just, you know, again, the smell good stuff, it's great, but it does not always perform and give the moisture I need. So pick that up. And then this new one that is from Suave, which I love Suave's products. I think they're reasonably priced. You know, they smell good. And one thing that I did stop using though for the Suave products were the lotions, because again, it felt like they weren't giving my skin what it needed. But this one is the Suave Advanced Healing for Extra Dry Skin with ceramides. And so I wanted to try this one out. And so I'll try it, see how I like it. You know, it's what, like an 18-ounce bottle. Has a good clean smell to it, but nothing that's overly overwhelming. That it's very light. So if you know, I would imagine if you worked somewhere where they had kind of some rules in terms of like scented products, you could probably wear this and be fine, but enjoy it. So, so it's 48-hour moisture, non-greasy formula, absorbs quickly. So looking forward to trying this. And I think the last part that I got for this one was the Flexitol Skin Therapy Heal Balm, visible results in 1 day. So this is a super concentrated moisturizer, exfoliator, diabetic friendly, clinically tested to soften dry, cracked feet. I do love a good foot cream. And again, I like the foot creams that have urea as one of the ingredients, because I think that's kind of supposed to be kind of like a chemical exfoliant. And it actually performs versus some of the foot creams you see like, oh, it's got peppermint oil and lavender. It's like, that does nothing for me. I want the moisture. You know, when I put my socks on or when I get in bed at night and my feet are rubbing the sheets, I don't want to feel like you know, that little snagging feeling like nails on a chalkboard. So I picked this one up to try it because I also do like the Gold Bond foot cream, which does have peppermint oil in it, but it also has urea as well, and it performs great. But I want to try this one too. So we'll see. Going into summer, sandal season, you know, you gotta have your feet looking right, looking presentable, you know, just you don't want to go out with the cracked, you know, Parmesan cheese trail heels. So yeah, I got this one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and make this just a part 1 of my series, just so that way keep this video under 25 minutes, but let me know in the comments if you saw anything in there that you have and you've liked, you're interested in trying, or you want to know my thoughts on. And until then, I will see you in the next video.